Hello and welcome to MBKM Models. This is the second video that I'm making and about the electronic speed controller. Now there's a lot of comments on Amazon. It comes in with no instructions. People can't get it to work. I've got it to work, but after a lot of deliberation. No instructions. So as I said in the first video, what I've done is I've extended the cable for the switch. All right, okay, it came in very, very small. Very short. You can't do a lot with it. So what I've done is extended that cable. All right. We're using, as I said before, these two 3-volt motors. I was calling them cheapies, but they are very good. All right. And I've managed to get it to work, but not easy without instructions. I would say this is probably for a model aircraft, but as I said before, it's covered in plastic, gives it some protection, and it's a lot more lightweight on these 1/72 conversions. You're fighting for space, you're fighting with weight also. You are. Any form of weight pulls the hull down. You haven't got a lot to play with over displacement. So any too much weight in there literally pulls it down by the head or by the stern. All right. So what I found with this, you can try it at home, is that if you switch on the ESC first, okay, all right, switch him on first. We got the red light on the receiver there, and then switch your handset transmitter on second. Okay, now what happens is, let's see if it works. There we go. All right. Okay. There's a little time delay on it between forward and reverse. I mean, it says it's two-way. All right. Okay. And I've got the two-way to run. Like I said, without instructions, it's hard to work. But if you do that, which is I'll go through it again. All right. Switch the ESC on first. All right. You've got the red light there. Then switch your transmitter on. Okay. Wait a couple of seconds because for some reason there is a delay on this. Okay, that travel up there is where it's drawing the electronic speed controller is drawing too many amps from the battery, and then it cuts out. But it does work, and the batteries probably need charging. All right, and then we'll go for reverse, which actually is around the other way on this. More than likely, it's for aircraft, so down is forward. All right, okay. All right, but he's running a little bit of trim there. Let's have a look at the trim. Okay, there you go. A little bit of trim and a little bit of too much of an amp draw, but it is working. All right, so turn it off in the order that you turned it on. All right, okay, I'll just do it again. We got the red light there. Okay, and there's the rudder. All right, like I said before, I mean, I've got two of these linear servos arriving, which would have been a lot better for this, a lot better, because of the weight. With any conversion, whether it be a Gillows aircraft or a plastic kit conversion, you literally got issues with weight and displacement. All right, displacement. I go into this in the next video, but I'll go through it here. Displacement is where if I was to, not so much with this because it's plastic, but if I had a sheet of metal, all right, and I put it in water, it would sink, all right? But if I beat that sheet of metal into the shape of a hull, like we've got here, all right, it would float because the hull shape displaces its own weight in the water, all right? But because of it's so small, 1/72nd scale, the weight you're putting in it is enormous, and it pulls it down by forward and aft, all right? And you don't want water going in. I've actually bought a rubber membrane to go between the deck and the hull. What I've done here is added bits of wood, bits of balsa. I've laminated, so you've got balsa with plastic card on top of it, or maybe I may have taken it off. It took me a couple of goes. And what happens is self-tappers hold the deck down because you need to be able to take the deck off. Okay, it's not going to be scale. You're going to have self-tappers on there, but you can put them in the paint scheme of the model. And there's some things you've just got to live with, all right? But I think not being able to take the deck off and doing repairs or maintenance is, for me, it's not a good way to be, because you need to get in there. I mean, what I get with, because of the torque of the motors, is the actual mounting pulling off a lot, which I re-stick with super glue. Maybe I should have used epoxy, probably. I'm going to build the Airfix E-boat next, so all the hardship of this one will hopefully be put right on the E-boat, which I'll... what I'm going to do is I've got some marine ply here, so I'll have a ply insert running around the inside of the hull, which can, self-tappers can go into a lot better than this. And I'm probably going to build a small gearbox, maybe use I've got more than enough brushless motors here. But on the other side, I've got more than enough brushed. So I don't know. I mean, I've bought the ESC now, which can be changed into a different boat, etc. This one, while I'm here, this one is the, I spoke about it before. I've also got the Viper. Okay, I've got, this is a Mantronics. You can see it. I bought it as a combo from House Models some years ago. It's dedicated to marine. It's not for aircraft. It's in a sealed metal case. It's good, but it's heavy. The weight of this compared to this, I mean, I've got little digital scales here. I mean, obviously you can see this is going to be a lot lighter than this. I've also got the Viper somewhere here. But they're good for large boats. I mean, I, for years, built large plywood boats from plans, which are a lot of work. They are a lot of work. They take a long time, and they really draw on all your skills. And after I built the last large boat, I said I wouldn't do one again because of the mess. I've got a 2-bed apartment, and I've got a small workshop in the back room, and it makes a lot of mess. And I would just convert these plastic kits. I mean, one of my other videos on there shows the Vosper RTTL that I built, which was a Vic Smeed plan, and I built that by hand. Yeah, I enjoyed building it, but it's a long build and it's hard work. It's not, not something I mean, this isn't 5 minutes, but on the other side, it's less mess. All right, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.